Hey, how you guys doing? Happy Monday. This is your boy Phil Jones. I know you guys are usually looking for me to say, okay, what's the Raider news? What's going on? No, we're not talking Raider news today. We're going to talk about something different. You know how I always do it. Each and every month, there's probably going to be an episode where I discuss other things instead of this team. So, that being said, I'm going to introduce you to two lovely ladies that are running a STEM program in the Bay Area. It is called the Labella Vita Inc. Foundation. And today I am joined with Monique Miller and Stacy Miller. Ladies, how are you doing today?
We are good. This is Monique.
Doing well.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, if you can tell me a little bit about what the fans and the folks that are watching about your program, about your STEM program.
Sure. I'll kick this off. I'm Monique Allen. I am the co-founder along with Stacy Miller. We have created a mixed virtual reality program called STEMbella. Our goal is to go into communities that traditionally are being left behind and don't have a love for STEM, and we want to use beauty to teach them about STEM concepts. Our application is based on a virtual chemistry lab where it allows the kids to put on a HoloLens glasses and walk through a virtual world and be able to create makeup products. And also, there's an entrepreneur component at the end. I'll turn it over to Stacy to add on to what I've said, but that's essentially what we're here to talk about today.
Hi, I'm Stacy Miller, and Monique pretty much said everything, barring questions from Phil. But pretty much our program is just geared toward young, marginalized young people, specifically girls who have been left out traditionally in STEM careers. And we're just trying to create a product that would make them not only interested in STEM, but more engaged in STEM as well. So that's pretty much the crux of what we have going on.
So, what's some? Have you guys done any events lately within the area?
We have a partnership with Google. They work with nonprofits, and they have approved us to host an event, which we are working on, and then we are scheduled to work with some schools at the end of February. We had to pivot from the pandemic. Our main event was held at the Microsoft store in San Francisco. Stace, do you want to tell them a little bit about that particular event that had us pivoting over to what we're doing right now?
Sure. So when we were at the Microsoft store in San Francisco, we had young people come in from one of our local East Bay community groups. And what we did was had them come in and they created STEM songs based on things that they found. They went out, we had the store was hosted at the mall. And they went out within the mall and they found all kinds of things. They created their own music video, and the lyrics were based on properties and components of STEM. The young people had a really good time, and we were slated to do that at all the flagship stores for Microsoft throughout the nation. However, the pandemic hit, because that was in November of 19, and then the pandemic hit in January of 2020. Well, between January and March of 2020. And so during that time, we had to pivot and decide how are we able to reach young people in a virtual way, because we went to a virtual learning environment at that time. And so that's how we came up with the concept of STEMbella, because we were thinking about, the young women and young girls in school who lacked in education in STEM or even an interest in STEM, and are left behind statistically in STEM careers.
No, that's needed. I mean, I mean, usually I've seen other STEM programs on my side of the country where I mean everybody's usually involved, but I didn't know it was that bad where there wasn't a lot of girls being involved in these programs.
Yeah, and correct. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the program like Black Girls Code. There are targeted initiatives out there that are trying to get into our communities to change that narrative. But what Stacy was saying, and just to kind of play up on that even more so, we want to target the kids that traditionally aren't even interested in coding or sciences anyway. There's a whole community of artistic kids that love music and they love beauty. So we figured if we took beauty and showed them that, hey, there's science in doing hair, there's science in creating makeup. Like, you have to basically chemist to create and foundation. So that's our goal, is tapping into that market of children who really don't even look at themselves as scientists and saying, hey, you can use this particular industry to get in to become a product developer and a creator.
Wow. Now I see here you had what was it? Is it Ma? Can you tell me a little bit? What was it? Ma'at
My
Enterprise?
aunt.
Uh-huh.
Ma'at.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So my Odd Enterprises is a partnership that it's I'm the CEO and founder of that company, and we are a partner with STEMbella, where we are trying to leverage the communities that we're already serving on the Native American side, to roll out this program to the Bureau of Indian Education and tribal reservations. So essentially, that particular arm of or collaboration is really about partnering with other companies and doing things where we can get into to more areas. Um, whereas, Stace, I'll let you talk about this, but Stacy also has her company, Clutch Communications Academy. You want to tell them a little bit more on how we're trying to integrate that with STEMbella as well with the schools?
Sure. So, with my organization is called Clutch Communications. I just call it CCA for short. And what it does is I teach media training to student athletes. And so, what we have been
Okay.
doing is working with some ladies in the WNBA, attempting to get some female athletes as spokespeople for STEMbella, because pretty much what we've done is like the new female athlete is not the female athlete of old. These young ladies are very into their beauty, very into their style, very into the culture, and we like to incorporate that with STEMbella. And of course, being spokespeople, that's where the CCA, my media training course, comes in. And so together we've kind of merged them to be able to have a component where we have like the female athlete who is beautiful and is showing her fashion and her style and her sense of unique creativity, in the form of not only how she plays on the field or the court, but also how she indulges in her sciences as a student with STEMbella.
Okay, so I see. No, that's actually an excellent idea, merging it in with you guys, and then really reaching out to the WNBA. I mean, I know they'll have their all star. I know this year. I think they're gonna have when they have the All Star Weekend, or different events that they have doing there. You guys could be posted up and just showing everybody, hey, this is what we got going on. Get your child involved. I, you guys are setting it up where you're reaching out to you're reaching out in the right areas. Now I
And that's our
remember. Oh, say it
yeah.
again.
I said that's our goal. We want good partnerships. We want quality partnerships that are really going to make an impact. And also, our goal in doing this, these conversations and tours with every, podcast, is not only to just bring some awareness to what we're doing, but also to say, hey, if there are people out there who are interested in bringing STEM to your schools, your organizations, talk to us, reach out to us on social media. We're on Instagram under STEMbella, STEMBEA. If there's opportunities for us to, come to schools, we really want to increase the adoption and get it out there so that we can get some feedback on how we can improve the product itself.
Now, I have actually got somebody watching this right now, and they're asking, have you guys reached outside of California?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So we actually have a nationwide initiative wherein we've been in partnership with organizations that are all over the country. Like, for instance, when we were speaking with the entity where we are in talks with Mo, I can't remember, for the smart stadiums. That's to start in is it Ohio?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. So IFX. So we got the support from, there is a smart stadium that's being built. I believe the owners that are tied into the Detroit Lions and the pro teams out in Detroit, there is a big push to create these smart stadiums. So we're definitely looking at collaborations where we can bring STEMbella to stadiums where, people bring their kids to games all the time, and you don't just need to just be there engaging, during halftime. You can go check out, like a STEM application, because there's also STEM in sports. We know that, from other initiatives that are going on out there. So yes, we definitely are looking at things outside of California. Our goal is actually to become international.
Okay.
We had some conversations with the UN a couple years ago, right when the pandemic.
Well, during the pandemic, actually.
Yeah.
Have you been able to reach back out to them?
No, we haven't. There were some countries that were interested, but then they went in a different direction. But it still doesn't mean that we are definitely interested in international collaborations, because I think it's what the city of Shanghai. I mean, really over there, they are truly using mixed VR technology to the best of their abilities and integrating it into their education system. And I just feel like we're behind. Stacy and I really are proponents and advocates of, ed tech, and we are so behind and with the Department of Education. So
No, I could actually wholeheartedly agree with you on, there are things that we're behind on. And if you're talking about integrating VR with education, we're not even there yet. And I think, like I said, you guys are on the right page and the right path to have this set up. And I know we were talking earlier behind stage, thoughts on, reaching out to some these private sector companies, like I said, Northrop Grumman or Lockheed Martin, or maybe HII.
And that's a great idea. And so yes, we are definitely interested in all types of collaborations. So we're not limiting ourselves to industries.
Yeah, that's excellent. So what's the budget you guys are looking at for the startup?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Do you need, like, with your STEM program, like, is there like a certain budget that you're going to need, like certain funds that's going to need to go towards it or so? Meaning,
Yeah.
like, would folks need to, like, are you looking for anybody to, like, try to, like, donate to help out with the calls?
Yes. So one of the things that we have created is it's like Just a sponsorship a package as well. We want people to come in and help support, with equipment costs. The glasses run, over $3,000, for one pair. We understand that, there's some kids who are struggling just to get lunch. So if we can, set up like these centers of excellence or innovation centers where the children can come and use the equipment, and we get the startup funds for that, that would be great. Stace, do you think that I would say that the last number that we talked about was at least $2 million is what we're trying to raise just to set up the centers themselves, in strategic areas, um to us, just in case we can't get to them.
Yes, that's a starting point for the centers of excellence. One of the things that we attempted to do with our product was also try to make it more usable and user friendly as far as young people, because we're aware of the marginalized communities. They don't always have the budgets to purchase the glasses, and so with us partnering with school districts and things like that, they will normally be able to fund. Fund into the centers of excellence so that those glasses can be available for the young people to use. But on an everyday basis, what we made sure of was that our product was interactive and interchangeable with other devices. So like, for instance, it could also be used on the smartphone and on a PCs and things like that, and even on Xbox. And so that's so that young people who normally have those things can see it. The best and most optimal experience is with the Microsoft HoloLens, however. And since it's very expensive, it needs to be monitored. So that's where the centers of excellence come in, where the young people can use them in a safe environment to ensure that the glasses are, one, kept intact, and two, are able to provide the young people with the most optimum experience while they're actually viewing in the virtual reality.
Oh, wow. I'm a little new with some of the VR stuff. I didn't know that could actually. Wow. So
Well,
what?
these things, they actually have virtual, there's like virtual museums, and there's virtual art shows that people can go to, and it's really cool. It's like being in a whole nother environment, and you put those glasses on, or if you go into these, sometimes they just have centers where you can go in, and just the whole environment changes once you go in there, and it's so amazing. It's really eye-opening, and it just transports you to somewhere that you've never been before. It's really, really awesome.
Now going back, you said beauty and music, correct? That you're trying to look to implicate within to your program, right?
Yes,
Have you reached out to some musicians that would like to try to collaborate?
we have. We I recently just went to a concert, an intimate concert with Damien Escobar, who is a violinist, and he had a meet and greet before the concert, and we've talked to him about potentially bringing the program and seeing what he's doing with children in music, the violin. We definitely had reached out to like LeBron's school to see if they had an interest. We definitely wanted to reach out to some of the music labels out there, to see if there was some interest, because with the STEM Fest music component, we were challenging children to create a song based on STEM lyrics, and then we also wanted to set it up to where they could get the publishing rights, to that, and get
Mhm.
it like opportunities, to make this bigger than what we are even envisioning. But we would just need those collaborative partnerships, as we keep moving forward to get it out there and adopt it.
So what is you said STEM lyrics?
Yes,
Can you explain to us what that is?
sure. So when Stacy mentioned that we hosted one of our programs at the Microsoft store in San Francisco, what
Okay.
kids did is they what we challenged them to do was create a song. So they had to write their own STEM song. And they ran through the mall. They found all these products that had, tie-ins or were integrated into science, and they had to create a song about it. And when I say those kids rose to the occasion, Stace, don't you agree? I really feel like the girls, the girls really challenged and hit it on the head. With they created a rap song, they created a hip hop song, and taught their other peers about STEM. And it was a fabulous opportunity for these kids to learn from each other, because as we know, the best way to educate and get people to retain information, music is one of the top ways
Yeah.
to do that.
So I'll give you an example. Like, for instance, one of the kids, I remember specifically, I don't remember their full rap, but one of the kids, they did a rap, and then he said, when I wake up in the morning, I make sure I drink my H2O. So, that is the chemical component for water, right?
Yeah.
And so he went on and did some other things and had some words that rhyme with H2O, and it was really interesting. So it was funny. It was really good. And he talked about drinking, having his water, and then he talked about having a strong breakfast and having a good sound mind. But all these things, he just started throwing in things that had to do with like science and math. So, like, for instance, he would say like, you need your nutrients and your vitamins and this and that and the other. And all those things kind of fell into a rap. And it was really, really unique and really, really fun. And the kids enjoyed doing it because we didn't dictate to them how the song was supposed to be made. They were able to select their own music, and then they were able to create their own lyrics. We didn't tell them specifically on what it had to be about. We just told them, whatever you talk about, make sure that you use a scientific or science, math, or technology reference in the song. And that's what the STEM was all about. And they really rose to the occasion and had a good time. It was really, really nice.
Oh, that's excellent. No, no, that is truly excellent, because I've seen some of the STEM programs out here, and they're definitely not doing that. But to have that implicated into your program, that is, yeah, it makes it fun for the kids to truly enjoy, instead of, I mean, yeah, we always want to see all the tech gear and all that, but to be able to be creative mentally and to add it within that program, that's dope. I love it.
Well, one thing that Monique always says is that there's science in everything. Science is everywhere. And so once we just made the young people aware of that STEM is in everything, like jumping, that's velocity and gravity and things like that. And so once they grasped that concept, it was much easier for them to go ahead and create the song and be as innovative and creative as they possibly could be, because they understood what we meant. We weren't asking that they create formulas or algorithms or anything like that. We were just simply asking them to just pay attention to their surroundings and see where they could find or see any type of STEM element, and then create a song based on that. And they had a really good time, because initially they were challenged, but once they got it, they were right on it.
I love it. I'm sitting here really thinking, it's like, wow, that would actually draw in a lot of kids to want to do this. Just like, oh, I can add this, I can do this, something I probably do on a daily basis, but just turn it into a scientific way. Nah, I like the creativity right there.
Thank
And it's
you.
not only that they were learning, but they also were teaching. So it's kind of like anyone who maybe did not know certain things about like STEM and science and math and things, they learned just by listening to the song. So if they learned the song, they would have learned, what some things are, maybe even the scientific correlation to something as simple as water. Some students may not know H2O is water, but those are the type of things that we're talking about. It's like they are educating their peers while learning themselves.
Absolutely. Can you give me the link again to your Instagram page?
I'm sure it's our Instagram handle is STEMbella, STEMbella.
I'll make sure everybody can see it. I want to give you guys a follow. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are looking at the bottom right here, IG, go on and follow STEMbella. If you guys are in the Bay Area, try your best to give them support. If you have a daughter, if she wants to you want to try to get her involved in this, do it. Help them out.
Definitely. And you can find us on the web. We have a website. It's called STEMfest, STEMMFEST. You can Google us and we should come up. But we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today about STEMbella because it's definitely
absolutely. Again, even I'm as the show's going on, we have folks talking, and somebody pointed out men make up about 75% of the individuals in the technology field, and one of my guys, he's like, I'm glad you guys are urging women to enter in this field.
Definitely.
Definitely. What you guys are doing, I appreciate you. I don't know if you hear it a lot. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. This is indeed like a labor of love for us. We are, of course, we're women ourselves, and we know about the disparity in the numbers between the career paths, and we just want young ladies to know that there are some fun, interesting careers in STEM that they can engage in that they may not have known because they just know traditional science. That's why we decided to do it in this way, because we wanted to break the traditional science path and show them that there are fun and interesting careers in the things that they're interested in, like, beauty, makeup, music, those type things. There's careers out there that they could engage in that they wouldn't even have known existed. So we just want to be at least the spark that creates the interest in a STEM career, and show them just careers that are available out there, specifically in the beauty industry. They could be a colorist, they could name colors, they could create makeup, they could blend and create all types of lotions and polishes and whatever else that it pertains to beauty. There's all kinds of jobs that have to do with that, and a lot of people wouldn't even realize that that's part of the STEM component.
That's something you learn. I always tell folks, look, you're always going to learn something new every day, and this is one of them. But I appreciate you guys being able to join me today. I know last week it was crazy, but I'm glad we're able to do this today, be able to talk on this. There are some folks I know. I'm going to try to get them to reach out to you guys, and I hope it's very beneficial.
Okay. Great.
I definitely appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys joining me and then being able to talk about your foundation. So I wish the best of luck for you guys. I want this to hopefully end up growing all over the U.S. and international.
So do we.
That's the goal.
Lips to God's ears.
Look, I'm going to speak it into existence right here. You're going to end up reaching the entire country, and then you're going to end up reaching international. And this is going to be something that's going to be making right there for folks to be like, hey, this is happening. We remember from probably, who knows, a couple months or years ago, then look at you now.
Exactly. We just have to keep working at it and stay disciplined.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Stacy, Monique, you guys take care. Enjoy your day, your evening. I think it's getting ready to hit evening time around you guys. So you
Yeah, it
guys
is.
take care. God bless.
Thank you,
Okay.
Phil.
All
We
right.
appreciate you.
Bye
All
bye.
right now.
Bye.
Y'all take care. All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, you can give them a follow on IG, STEMbella. And if you have a daughter or a niece or maybe a younger sister, try to help out and get them involved. If there's ways that you can find a way to help donate to the cause, or if you know anybody that's involved in any science and tech programs that wish to try to collaborate with them, reach out to them. Or if you want to reach out to me, you guys know my DMs. I'll relay the message to them as well. All right. That being said, y'all take care. I love you guys. God bless. And then we'll be back to some good old Raider news. And I'll let you guys know what's ahead. I'm out.